Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcellent build orders, in which I present to you a single build order in detail. Today we are looking for a build order, or through a build order for the Orks, the quote-unquote standard way to play, because I have seen so many times in my tournament casts, but also in my regular casts, that people do not know how to open the best way with Orks. The way I show you how at least the opening first few minutes is how you can open up an Ork game in like 90% of the time. Yes, there are little differentiates in some minor details, but this is the stick old standard way to open it. And then how I continue to tier 2 is a little my take on the standard build order. In vanilla you would do it a little differently than I show you here, because we have the stick bombers, and the stick bombers are just that good, in my opinion. As it is a standard build order, we also use a standard map. Fata Morgha for this. I play Orks, we go against random. Let's see what we get, and more details then in the game. Okay, before we click start here, our fingers are already on the first buttons we need to press, and that is B for build and D for Da Boys Hut. Then we will select, and then we also press R for reinforcing on the Gretchens. And then we will also select the HQ and build one Slugger Boy and two Slugger Boys and one additional Gretchen, and everything else from there. The positioning of the Boys Hut I will try to show as well. Depending on where we spawn, we have the good spawn, reinforce. Okay, now we have this all done. The positioning, quickly. Why would I position it here and not closer to my HQ? As you notice, all the Ork buildings have little turrets on it, and putting it a little more forward helps me protect this strategic point. A minor detail, but an important detail in my opinion. Then we will queue up a generator, and this one we will place between the HQ and the Boys Hut for similar reasons. And the first squad is actually capturing the point at the bottom in this map, and the second squad will go over here. We will align the Boys Hut over here as well. These guys will capture this, and then the middle finally. Once this is built, we want to queue up a shooter boy. Always a shooter boy, not a Big Mac. Okay? This is the big thing. Normally people go for Big Mac after getting their two Slugger Boys. But there's rarely a situation where you want to have a Big Mac on its own. You always want to have the shooters first and then the Big Mac. The shooters can help you capture this point, so you do not need a Slugger. The Slugger can immediately go to this point. They do not need to stop here. So you have faster map control, you have faster points up and faster economy. The Big Mac then I put on Overwatch. Do not produce it yet, because you need the resources to produce stuff. The second Gretchen I will rally to the generator, and as soon as it is out, I will, misclicked, get those guys and move over here, reinforce this one and build it here. So two guys, or this time three guys, build faster than one guy, and I prefer requisition. That is why the one lonely guy builds the generator and the three guys building the listing posts. Now quickly rallying, queuing up the commands for this guy. You see here, this is now mostly finished, and we have exactly enough resources for the Big Mac. We rally these guys then over here afterwards, and the resources will just so align that this will finish, that these guys that are now two can build a listing post over here. And ka-ching. This is why this is so good. Everything is into place perfectly. For these shooter boys, you now can think of two things. A, you already move them as I do against the eye a little offensively. You could also place them a little more defensively if you need to. And then move out if you're once a Big Mac is out. You do not need to move out before. One thing as well that can be done now is that you see we built a generator. The generator is almost always better than the War Banner. There's an open War Banner. War Banner allows you to reinforce the squads a bit more, but the generator accumulates some power, and the Orks are rather wreck hungry, and all the power you get, you use to get more requisition, basically. So you can now already, minute 2, upgrade the listing post. I would recommend this listing post. You still will have enough resources to get everything else done. So an upgrading listing post this early will grant you quite the economy bonus over the long run. Now we have our Big Mac over here. We will wait with these guys for the Big Mac to come. And you're thinking, but I do not have enough resources to build this listing post. But wait, this will be finished. And we have just enough resources to build this point now. And once these guys are over here, we have accumulated enough resources to build a listing post there as well. And then we will use the additional requisition we get to get one shooter boy. We can only get one because our pop is full then. Now we will see what these pointy ears are up to here. After this we can and should upgrade another point before getting our first war banner. Big Mac is really good at ranged as well, so don't underestimate his potential. So after this then we will try to get our first war banner, which will enable us even more. And there's another thing. Positioning of war banners and buildings. As I said earlier, all your buildings have turrets on it. So the idea is to place them next to listing posts to help to defend them. I see a lot of people building war banners like in this position, or here, or way back here. Everything not good. Out of here, your war banners will be killed. Out of here, behind here, your war banners will not contribute anything to your listing post. So you want to put them close to your listing post, and then it is preference if you put them before or behind, if you prefer getting the war banners attacked or the listing post. Putting in the middle has the benefit that it cannot be singled out. The whole positioning of these is that you want to have them rather close so that cannot be singled out by an enemy attack. There's one exception against Necrons. Necrons with their solar pulse, you want to have them spread out a bit so that even if one building is hit by the solar pulse, the other ones can still fire. So the Orks normally build these war banners and everything outwards. Normally you want your tech and everything in your base, safe and tucked behind your base. But as these all have shooty bits, it will help you defend your stuff in the long run. So this is why you see Orks producing stuff out of the map. Okay, we will put it here for now. We see some more elders coming in. Gladly have upgraded some points. Okay, we can now do little stuff over here. Kill this little fella. Come on. Okay, we cannot. Then we go into melee against this listening post. Listening shrine. Okay, another build thing I see often. You will now see, oh, I could get another war banner now. Do not save your stuff for the pile of guns. You always want to have your pile of guns after your first war banner, and then you start the second war banner. I think you can already start. Yes, you can already start. I know you cannot start these, but you can start other units. So you will have a slight delay here, and also some big guys annoyingly over here. This would be a perfect opportunity to jump out and then continue building up the pile of guns. The pile of guns is more sturdy than the war banner, so you can put them a little more deliberate. Building a second war banner while your pile of guns is on the way is okay-ish, because you want to have two. Anyway, we can upgrade, reinforce these guys now to full and maybe fight another time. We see that I'm only building war banners now and no generators. This is on purpose. We do not need any generators for now. As soon as the pile of guns is finished, I will build the stick bombers. We see this, noticeably this finishes more or less at the same time. This has another benefit, which I will show you here. You can immediately get the most important upgrade of Ork Tier 1, Heavy Boy Armor. Heavy Boy Armor increases the survivability of all your units. So this is the first upgrade you get. And it's only enabled once you have 2 war banners. So this is why you want to have the second war banner before any research over here. Now that this is done, we will get the Storm Boys, the Stick Bombers, and can also get now the big shooters on those guys. And we see that there are some Rangers, nasty. And then we can also get some Storm Boys. But I think we for now save our resources to get a generator. Now is a good time to get a generator, because we want to get some knob leaders as well and all the good stuff. You notice how I have captured the whole map because we have so much units around. How the stick bombers are here as well. No, we want the normal units first. Okay, there's these annoying ranged dudes. So this is when we want to now add the Storm Boy. Maybe not. Maybe we want to upgrade a point first and have enough to get our units out here. So where are the rangers? We can jump behind them. Okay, we for now wait. And actually do want some Storm Boys against these Dark Reapers, of course. Are they here? Okay, there's the Farseer. Now adding a Storm Boy. Boom! There they are. Jump behind them. Focus them down. Get the Storm Boys. A little late. And then we can get another War Banner. 2 actually, yeah? Shit. This is not looking so great, after all. Jesus Christ. Pointy ears. These are out now. Can get the Dakar upgrade, another War Banner as well. Get the Nob Leader first on those guys. And then 2 models or 1 model maybe. This is my new one. We can use those guys, especially if you get 1 Nob Leader on each. They can get very handy. Okay. This one is now soon to be finished. Looking good so far. We want to have another generator. I think I did a slight mistake in the build order, but it's okay. Oh, you're not getting into melee, sorry. Storm Boys need to be at hand at the more choppy research as well as the custom gadgets. You can actually attack, why not? These guys over here. The more choppy or the blaster research is something you want to decide on. If you want to go ranged units or vehicles and stuff in tier 2, you want to get the blaster research. If you want to go for knobs, which is always my favorite, you want to go those. I forgot the correction infiltration research, which is okay-ish. My sluggers I keep handy at decapping stuff, and all my other units are trying to force the issue. I'm getting a little stuck in the process here of doing stuff because playing Orks is very taxing. I'm now getting tier 2. Very nice. Maybe getting 1 more unit inside of here. Very nice. More choppy is there, and as soon as I'm tier 2 I can get some knobs out. And then I'm just doing a big old infantry fight to the win. Using the stick bombs of those guys. Singular that is. Finish this. Is up and getting now knobs as well as other tougher bosses. I think it was called harder bosses at some point. Actually, you can get 1 correction over here getting this point up because why the heck not? As in support platform. Do not reinforce all your Storm Boys to 16. You're better off getting, if you have the micro and are a little better than me, getting a second Storm Boy squad up. Okay. See, we can now even attacking the enemy base, which is nice. Let's see, these are now number 1, 3. So, and now we go over here. Can actually jump on those. The only problem is that there is this support platform over here, which we can probably... Can we stun buildings? No, we can only stun vehicles. That's okay. We go over here. We need a more banner because these knobs do cost quite a lot of pop. You see, they cost 10. could go this. No real need actually, but because my Storm Boys, as I usually I'm not very good with Storm Boys, I get them killed. So then it's the question: Max Shop or Air Tower. Max Shop is usually more rounded. There's some good aircraft. The Dagger Jet has been nerfed, so this is no longer an auto build. Okay, now just a kick to victory. We have some sluggers here still. Yes, there we have. Can upgrade on our listing post, because why not? No, I still have not enough Ork population, but that's okay. There we go. This guy's now getting defensive, not getting reinforced anymore. Late game Storm Boys you can always use to cap some points on the map, which is really handy, I have to say. Other than that, we are closing into getting tier 2 and stuff. Oh, look at those little stuff they have over here. You can stun it. Also upgrade the Warbanner over here and then go into melee to kill this. Other than that, you would get, of course, some tank busters. About 2 tank busters is recommended. Also getting the tank buster infiltration is very handy. But you can also just right click everything with your knobs, of course. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Need a Stormboy infiltration, of course. Get those, but we do not have enough Ork pop because I did go for so much infantry. So I cannot really reinforce these guys too much. Need those guys a little closer to more Orks, and then they will get morale immune. There they go. No morale for you. Still on cooldown. These guys can decap this. This is over. Then the transition in tier 2 wasn't the cleanest, I have to say. As I said, normally you want to have anti-vehicle out early, of course. So that's why you normally see Storm Boys, tank busters and not knobs. You could also go for war tracks and war trucks. These have all anti-vehicle capabilities as well, especially the war tracks. The war trucks not so much. And yeah, now I'm just building up my economy because I can. And yeah, just go from here. There we go. There's some detection needed over here. You can just leave little Farseer, the little Dark Reaper here alone. Okay. No more upgrades needed for now. For now you would think about, let's say, heavy armored knobs, for example, but you see my is full. If you go for knob squads, this is normally how it goes. You now want more power to get more vehicles out, because this is what you're missing here in this composition, is some vehicle support. Stick bomber still around. These guys still around. This one as well. Just they move everything and win the game. Well, I hope I could tell you a thing or two. I hope it was not too confusing. Orks can be very confusing to play or see them being played. Can stop those guys for now. But well executed Orks is so satisfying to execute, I have to say, because as you see, there's a unit for everything. There's anti-vehicle unit on demand in these tank busters in tier 2 very quickly. There's a melee superiority unit in tier 2 as well, and enough there are vehicles in tier 2. The only thing they lack is a mobility unit, but then still you have the war truck which can do it for you. So Orks are lacking nothing. Orks have the biggest upside that they can adjust very cleanly to everything. The only quote-unquote downside is the over-reliance on requisition and infantry. So this is the only downside. If they bleed too much models early on, they can lose the economy game. But as you see on my economy, you always have more economy than the opponent as you, as I said, use your power you get to get more requisition. And then, yeah, you're so wreck hungry for your infantry and everything. So as I said, hopefully it was not too confusing. Hopefully you could learn a thing or two. Hopefully I made clear how to properly open it. To anyone who says, oh, but I want to have my pick out first, do it, but it's not the most efficient way to open. The most efficient way to open is always, always, always get a shooter boy and then the Big Mac. And always, 95% of the time, open a generator and not a war banner. If you're using your units to cap around the map, you're not using your orc cap to reinforce units anyway. So there's no world in your standard opener where a war banner is superior over a generator. War banner you can use if you have the intent to use 1 or 2 squads immediately going to your opponent and reinforce them to max. If you want to, for example, for some weird way, go double shooter boys, go 3 sluggers, whatever. Then you might open with a war banner, but generally speaking, a generator is the way to go. Alright, with this out of the way, as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!